So there's an interview on the Fox News that Pete Hegseth did. Now let's see. Maybe he apologized. Maybe he took some responsibility. Maybe he said, not everybody's out to get against me. I need to do better. I'm learning in this job. There are people who said, look, job was there was an honest person who people would be like, oh, that's cool. He said, look, this is a big job. It's a huge learning curve. And I am, in some instances, I have to tell you, I am building the plane as I'm flying, and I'm learning on the job. But I want to do right by the American people and for the people who I am, who has entrusted me with their success and their future. And that's the people who work at the Pentagon, who do great jobs, and I respect them more than anything. So, I can do better. Right? That's what Pete Hegseth said, right? Okay, let's see. Roll it.
Why do you have confidence?
Because he's doing a great job. Great chef. Ask the Houthis how he's doing. Everybody's happy with it. We have the highest recruitment numbers I think they've had in 28 years. No, he's doing a great job. It's just fake news.
Well, that was President Trump doubling down on his support for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth 24 hours ago, denying a New York Times report about sharing sensitive.
Okay, fake news that's probably on page 1 of the playbook. It's fake news. I should have said, because I think everyone is out to get me is probably higher than page 32. It's probably on page 1. That fake news and everybody's out to get me. That would be page 1. Okay, keep going.
Information on another Signal chat called Team Huddle. Here to set the record straight himself, the current Secretary of State, Pete Hegseth, former host right here.
Pause. Did you guys hear that Freudian slip? Did anybody catch that? Oh, did anybody catch that? Wow, I didn't even catch that. Oh my gosh, the first time. Whoops. Maybe he meant to say former Fox News anchor. I don't know, but he said former Secretary of State. Oh, shit. Okay, keep going.
On another Signal chat called Team Huddle. Here to set the record straight himself, the current Secretary of State, Pete Hegseth, former host right here on Fox and Friends. Pete, hey, great Brian. To see you, Mr. Secretary.
Great to see you.
So your thoughts on what's been reporting of Team Huddle and the Signal chat that the New York Times says took place between you, your wife, and your brother and some others?
So, Brian, if you remember when this all started, the first go-around, because this is the second go-around, right? They peddle old stuff, they kick it back up. I said repeatedly, no one's texting war plans. You know why I said that? Because I'm in the bowels of the Pentagon.
All right, pause. I should have just done, I'm sorry, producers. You told me. I should have just started and done the whole show with this. Is he dancing? I wasn't just texting war plans. I mean, is he dancing? Seriously, back it up a little bit. Look at this guy. Come on, y'all. Look at this guy. Really? Back it up a little bit, please. Is he dancing? He's dancing. Okay, keep going. And listen to his voice. And look, oh my God, look at the pocket square. Oh my God. And go on.
So, Brian, if you remember when this all started, the first go-around, because this is the second go-around, right? They peddle old stuff, they kick it back up. I said repeatedly, no one's texting war plans. You know why I said that? Because I'm in the bowels of the Pentagon every single day. Just 10 minutes ago, I was looking at actual war plans of things that were ongoing or pending things to happen, because that's on a regular basis on classified systems. That's my job for the war fighters, for the President of the United States.
All right,
I look
stop.
at war
plans. Is anybody else going, dude, you're not helping yourself. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shh. Hey. Like someone should just come over and go, tap him on the shoulder and go, yes. Sir, yes. You're not helping yourself. Shh. You probably want to be quiet. Nobody wants to hear about like war plans. Like, you're scaring us. Really? Am I? Yes, you're scaring us. And you're scaring them. Like, this is going out to everybody. Who's going to hear this. Yeah, okay. But I want them to know that I was not texting war plans. Okay, but this isn't helping. Let him talk.
Every single day. What was shared over Signal, then and now, however you characterize it, was informal, unclassified coordinations for media coordination and other things. That's what I've said from the beginning. At the beginning, it was left-wing reporters from The Atlantic who got a hold of it and then wanted to create a problem for the president. This is what it's all about.
It was left-wing reporters from The Atlantic who got a hold of it who wanted to create a problem for the president. Did the left-wing reporter, that's what you call him, did the left-wing reporter, in your estimation, hack into your chat? No. The reporter was added. The reporter didn't ask for this. The reporter was sitting there going, first of all, the reporter was like, I'm being punked, right? This is not real. Let me just hang out to see what's going on because I know this shit is not real. Okay. And then it was like, am I being punked? And then it was like, wait a minute. And then when the bomb started, we're like, oh shit, this is real. And then the reporter said, I shouldn't be in here. I'm getting out. But it was starting. A left-wing reporter at The Atlantic wanted to cause trouble for the president. The reporter never asked for this. And why isn't this Fox News host stopping him and saying, excuse me, sir, Mr. Hegseth, Mr. Secretary, that reporter didn't ask to be in that chat. So how is it the reporter's fault? Well, you just let me finish. Because anyways, look at this guy. Look at his body language. He's like a kid. This is like a college bro. Look, bro. Let me tell you, bro. Don't talk shit. Bro, let me tell you. Bro, it wasn't my fault, dude. Bro, I'll come telling you, bro. Talking too fast. Who said that? LKF. Talking too fast. Come on, bro. Keep going.
Trying to get at President Trump and his agenda. Now, here at the Defense Department, because, Brian, I want this to be very clear. We take the classification of information very important. It's very significant to us that we safeguard it. And so when we had leaks.
Has he really answered the question? Because he's gone, seriously, within not even 30 seconds, he's gone over like 4 or 5 different things. He's gone from dancing, saying I wasn't doing it, to a left-wing reporter, to going after the president's agenda, to I am looking over war plans and I'm doing it right now and I did it before, to now we care about. This is like 5 different subjects in 30 seconds. So thank you, LKF, whatever. He's talking too fast. It's like a word salad. I don't believe this guy's long for this world. And I don't mean on the living. I mean long for the Pentagon head of the defense secretary world. I don't believe it. I've seen this all before. Let's keep going. Fast talking.
Which we have had here. We did a serious leak investigation. And through that leak investigation, unfortunately, we found some folks that we believe were not holding to the protocols that we hold dear here at the Defense Department.
Pause, because this is giving me, oh my gosh, I'm having PTSD. I've lived through this exact kind of the leakers, everybody's leaking around me. Why are people leaking? Perhaps because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And the boss is not listening. And so people, perhaps, if they are leaking, need to vent their frustration because they're like, oh my God, we're on a sinking ship. There is incompetence all around us. No one is paying attention to us. Help, 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 help. New York Times, can you help? Axios, can you help? Somebody, Washington Post, help. Please help us. The guy in charge is an idiot. And guess what? He's in charge of the biggest fucking military in the world. We are in trouble. Somebody please help us. If they are leaking, mate, could that be why? Keep going.
They have been moved on, and that investigation continues. As a result of that, everything we do here is above board, trying to make sure that we safeguard information. In this point, those folks who were leaking, who have been pushed out of the building, are now attempting to leak and sabotage the president's agenda and what we're doing. And that's unfortunate. It's not what I do. It's not how we operate. And so you've got another allegation being pushed again, not based on how we're operating around here. We're for the warfighters. We're for the president. And none of this is based in reality.
So, Mr. Secretary, I guess I can
pause.
conclude.
None of this is based in reality. None of it is based in reality. So he's denying that. Did he actually deny that it happened, that he put his whatever? Or is he just saying that there wasn't classified or whatever? Because then I'm not sure what is not based in reality. Because we know it's real because Jeffrey Goldberg in the first one, we had the receipts. And then on this one, he's not saying that I didn't add my brother. He never said I didn't add my brother and didn't add my wife. I didn't do whatever. But he's saying none of it's based in reality. Okay, I don't. Do you guys know? Do you understand what he's saying? Because I don't. Maybe. What's this guy's name? Sorry, can you guys remember the anchor's name? I should know this guy's name. Shit. And Fox and Friends. Anyway, Fox and Friends. What's his name? He's not Steve Doocy. It is Steve Doocy. I can't remember his name. But anyways, I know him for years. I can't remember his name. Anyways, let's go.
We know some bizarre situation with Michael Waltz happened with the first time the whole thing with the Signal app came out. You believe this came out. They said it was called Team Huddle because one of the people who work for you, one of the three who no longer are there, leaked this out as a way to get back at you?
That's right, Brian. When you dismiss people,
Brian Killamede, that's
classified information, and again, the investigation is ongoing, and that will take time.
Okay, back up to the end of his question. That's good. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. That's right, Brian. What's right, Brian? Did you guys work on these questions together, Brian? Brian Killamede, thank you. I got it. Thank you so much. Someone said Greg Kelly. It's not Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly was, I forget where Greg Kelly is now. OAN, Newsmax, News Nation, something like that. Yeah, this shit is hilarious, right? Should I just let it play? Should I stop interrupting? I'm sorry. Okay. But watch this question Brian has, and then Brian was like, how do I phrase this question? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe they should have let Steve Doocy do this. Because Steve Doocy, at least, I'm not saying has been somewhat after he figured out that, like, after it came across in the New York Post that small businesses would be paying for the tariffs, he's like, ooh, like a light bulb went off in his head. So I don't know. Maybe they should have let somebody else do this, but here we go. Keep going.
So one of the people who work for you, one of the three who no longer are there, leaked this out as a way to get back at you?
That's right, Brian. When you dismiss people who you believe are leaking classified information, and again, the investigation is ongoing and that will take time, and when the evidence produced, it will go to DOJ, why would it surprise anybody, Brian, if those very same people keep leaking to the very same reporters whatever information they think they can have to try to sabotage the agenda of the president or the secretary? So once a leaker, always a leaker, often a leaker. And so we looked for leakers because we take it very seriously. And we will do the investigation. Right. And if those people are exonerated, fantastic.
Oh my God.
We don't think, based on what we understand, that it's going to be a good day for a number of those individuals because of what was found in the investigation. So if they want to keep leaking and pushing and peddling things that try to sabotage the president's agenda, that's unfortunate. But that's how leaking works in this town. We're focused on recruiting, on rooting out DEI, on securing our southwest border, on the president's agenda, and it's going very well at the Pentagon.
Okay,
I'm proud of it.
Right. Okay. So Brian is like even going like, okay, right. Okay, all right. Do you guys ever notice that it's always about the leaking? Now, here's the thing that I have about leaking. Now, I'm not a big fan of leaking. I've not been a leaker. I've been accused of being a leaker, but I'm not, because I will tell you to your face that I don't think you're qualified, that I don't think you know what you're doing. And that's probably why I'm an independent journalist right now. I don't have to go to the fucking newspaper to do that. I will tell you in front of everybody in the company. I'll tell you in your office. I'll tell you at a lunch, at a dinner. I'll tell you. You don't understand. I'll tell you. And I have done it. So I don't have to go to the thing. But here's the thing that gets me about the leaking. Why is he so concerned about the leaking instead of the accuracy of what it is? Because many times when people leak, it's like a whistleblower. When they go, oh, we got rid of the whistleblower. Well, was the whistleblower telling the truth? Was the leaker telling the truth? Is that information accurate that the leaker is giving out? Perhaps it is. Perhaps that leaker feels like they had no other repercussion, remediation, or whatever it is, recourse, is to like say, hey, we need some help. Now, did you just see that little performance there? Because I'm watching and I'm going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now, if Donald Trump is watching that, he's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Nancy, yes. Or Bob, Bob, yes. Can you tell Pete Hegseth to come to the Oval Office right after he does this interview? Yes, sir. All right. Click. Hi, Pete. Sit down. Now, Pete, you know, I nominated you for this and I wanted you to be appointed. I fought hard for you to be appointed. And so, you know, what's going on? What was it? What was the point? What was that interview? What was that performance that you gave? You didn't have to do that. That's how most bosses would be like, okay, you don't have to do that. That did not help the situation. Now, I want you to settle down. That's how that conversation went. Or it's going to go like, man, you know, I tried. You know, I've stood behind you. But I think you should know that it's not looking good at this point. Or it's going to be like, yeah, okay, you're out of here. I'm going to set an interim. We're going to release it at such and such. You want to keep it quiet. You want to announce. You want to step down. You let me know. Now, the kind thing would be, why don't you announce it and say that I've decided that I'm too much of a distraction, and that I was doing a good job, but the distraction has become way too much in the media, and I don't want to distract from the good work that the president is doing, the mission of the president's whatever agenda. Today is the April 22nd. Let's see how long before one of those conversations happens. I mean, look at this performance. If this person was in your employ and you had stood by them, how would you feel about this little performance? Go on, keep going.
The Signal app is what everyone uses. We're all finding that out now because of the Chinese have infected and sabotaged, gotten involved in almost every other communications apparatus over the last 4 years. So that's where you're communicating. You say it took place, but there was no classified material in it. Over the last few days, your senior advisor, Dan Caldwell, Darren Selnick, Colin Carroll, who is your chief of staff, deputy secretary of defense. The other one, Darren, is now former deputy chief of staff, were let go. Did you let them go?
Right. It was a result of an investigation ongoing at the Pentagon where we identified there was sufficient evidence, potentially, again, there's an investigation ongoing that will have to complete itself, sufficient evidence to believe that they or others near them were party to leaking. And then I have a statutory responsibility. Brian,
Okay, but
if I believe that's
personal, is he supposed to be saying this about people's personal employment? I'm just saying, is this something that is suable? Is this a lawsuit waiting to happen? I don't know. Keep going.
the case to ultimately ensure they no longer have access to that and that the investigation commences. There are a lot of ways to communicate in this building. I do it every day. I was just doing it this morning. Official channels by which we communicate classified information. If you want to do it and do it the right way, you should. If we think you are leaking to the press, that's a very real problem. We take that very seriously at the Pentagon. I'm here to do one job. One job for the president and the American people. Secure the country. America first. Peace through strength. I don't have time for leakers. I don't have time for the hoax press
America
that peddles
first.
old stories from disgruntled employees. We should be talking about the decimation of the Houthis, how we're pushing back the Chinese, how we have a new defense area at the southern border. Instead, disgruntled former employees are peddling things to try to save their ass.
If you don't want people talking about that, then stop fucking up. Stop doing fucked up shit. If you want people to talk about the stuff that you're doing, that you're talking about, stop going on Signal and doing dumb shit. Stop coming on Fox and Friends and looking like an idiot. America first. This is what we do. We don't like the leakers. America first. Make America great. Slogan, slogan, dance, dance. We don't like leakers because we, don't know what the fuck we are doing. Then don't do it. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, this is just unbelievable. Dumb shit, period. Keep going.
Did you?
And ultimately, that's it's not going to work.
Mr. Secretary, did you find this out, or did they come to you? Because I know you know these guys. Like these are the guys you picked, especially Caldwell, and they worked for you for your previous job before you got over to Fox. And they said that they have not been asked to their phones. They weren't asked about communications. They didn't go through. They didn't take a polygraph. So why would they be let go and not be investigated?
Well, Brian, when there were a series of serious leaks at the Pentagon, which there were, Panama Canal plans, Elon Musk's visit, you name it, any number of things, and there's 4 or 5,
Hold on
6.
a second. Should he be talking about this right now? Yes, I'm on TV. Sir, wait a minute. Sorry, this is it. I'm on TV. Sir, we're not supposed to be talking about the Panama Canal or Elon Musk. That's also sensitive information. What? But oh. So perhaps you shouldn't say anything. Okay. I got this. By the way, there's been no evidence that they did what you're saying. Keep going.
7 things. We said enough is enough. We're gonna launch a leak investigation, which we did, which was then handed over to OSI, which is the special investigators here at DOD. Right. Through that investigation, information was surfaced, which created a responsibility to take action. That's how it works when you you actually investigate leaks, Brian. So it's easy to say, oh, we asked everybody and everybody said they're good. Or you can take it seriously and say, we don't think leaks are okay at this department. Right. So we're going to investigate. And when we investigate, we'll take it anywhere it leads. And unfortunately, Brian, to your point, and again, if 1 or 2 of these guys is exonerated after an investigation, great. That's what investigations are for. But we took it seriously. It led to some unfortunate places.
These people, now their reputations have been sullied, their credibility. Oh my God, just shut up, Pete. Power Dynamics, thank you. This is TV gold. So it's always this, like an interview that gets people fired where they reveal too much. Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? Y'all, I've lived this before. Just do some Googling. Go to the Googling machine. They are the same people. It is fucking crazy. It's always that guy. If you know what I'm talking, it's always that guy. This guy right here. Does anyone at the Pentagon have a mirror? Can someone at the Pentagon or in the Trump administration or anywhere, can you just go over to Pete Hegseth's office? Not the one he keeps looking in every day. That is coated with hairspray and blot powder. But just hold up a mirror and say, bruh, you're probably going to fire me. But let me just say this. You look like an ass clown. Like, yeah, made money. Just walk away, Pete. Just like walk away from the camera, bro. Just walk off. But hey, you look like an ass clown, bro. Like, just Speak to him in the language that he's used to. You look like an ASCON, bro. What? You see? Yeah, bro. Sorry. I know, look, probably insubordination or whatever, but you look dumb as shit in that interview. And all the shit that you're saying is just, it just makes you look bad. And it makes us look bad. So I don't care if you fire me, you can throw me out, but this is some dumb, man. President should never pick you for this job. Could you just resign? I know you're going to fire me, but all of my people who worked out in the office, they hate you. They think you're stupid. We know you don't know what you're doing. The only person who doesn't know that you don't know what you're doing is you. I'm just saying. Okay. Keep going. I love this is TV gold.
People I have known for quite some time, but it's not my job to protect them. It's my job to protect national security, the President of the United States, and let the investigation go where it is. So when that evidence is gathered sufficiently, and this has all happened very quickly, it will be handed over to DOJ, and those people will be prosecuted if necessary. The leakers know who they are, and we know over time the truth will be told, and we stand firm behind that. Leaking is not okay in national security policy, and we will stand behind that every day of the week.
It looks like Carol and Selnick intend to sue for wrongful termination. And again, they didn't ask to take a polygraph test. Do you know Joe Casper? Is he still your chief of staff? Is he leaving?
Suing for wrongful
Joe's a great guy. He's a great American. He has done a fantastic job for us at the Defense Department, securing the southwest border, getting a beachhead here at the Pentagon.
Okay.
He's staying with us, going to be in a slightly...
All right, I've had enough. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.